music on. Have some tunes in the background. Hey guys. Hello everyone. I am just getting the vibes ready for our conversation. Have some tunes playing in the background. What am I gonna play? Let me just play this on shuffle. Oh shit. Hey guys. You guys like my puff, my pineapple hairstyle? Hi, my loves. Just gonna wait for more people to join us. Today we're gonna talk about we're gonna be talking about nervous system regulation, and we're gonna be talking about the retreat that is coming up, Feed Your Spirit Wellness Retreat, that I am currently in the works of producing this September in the Catskills. We're going to talk a little bit about that. Thank you, Tiffany. Oh, thank you, Creative. I look very healthy. That's good. Healthy, like, you know what? I'm going to just take it as a compliment. I look healthy. Cause your girl put on a couple pounds. She's been eating a lot of sourdough bread. But sourdough bread is good for you. So I go live. I try to go live once a week at least. So I am here every Thursday unless something happens where I have to switch the day or I can't make it for like whatever reason. But every Thursday we are here. Hey Tito. How do I help my girlfriend keep her nervous system regulated? Don't stress her out. Stop stressing her out. You're probably stressing her out, aren't you? Are you treating her? Thank you, Jessica. Thank you. I bought this at an antique store, and these coins are actually from the 1930s from India. So that's what these coins are. pre-colonial India. Um, hey Bree, very good quad logics. Um, maybe, you know, maybe we need to strengthen her faith a little bit. Maybe just a little more trust in the unknown. So we're going to talk about that a little bit when we talk about nervous system regulation. Trusting the unknown. Surrendering to the unknown. To the fact that we're not going to have all the answers all the time. We're not going to know everything. We're just not. Impossible. It's impossible to know everything. So you really got to make peace with that, or you're going to create hell on earth for yourself. Quite actually, literally. And that's literally part of creating heaven on earth for yourself. You know how they say bring heaven to earth, and that's like there is, like how they say there is no heaven. Like the heaven is what you create here. Like it's literally part of that. It's like being comfortable with not knowing. And part of being comfortable with not knowing is relinquishing, to relinquish control. Relinquish all forms of control that we try to have on things. You know, too much of it. We do what we can where we can from a place of devotion to self, and then the rest is not up to us. We gotta, girl, listen, honey, in my 20s, Gabby, I had severe panic attacks, anxiety attacks, like crippling, where I couldn't function. Like I would, honey, I would have to call my best friend at all hours of the night, because thankfully she was someone who was there for me. I would have to not move. I would be if I was outside in the street having a panic attack, I'd have to go inside a store or something, or a cafe, and sit down until it would pass. So coming from a girl that would stress so much about the unknown, wow, I can honestly say I've come a long way. And it's really just the evidence just stacks up over time, you know. It also comes with age, you know, that age and wisdom, that damn, I made it through all of that. If I made it through this and that, then why wouldn't I make it out of this? It's literally having that knowing, that you already been through shit. You already been through the worst of it. Because let's face it, we all been through stuff. There's not anybody that you're looking at when you go outside in the grocery store, in the supermarket, that has not been through shit. Everybody, grief, loss, being broke, shit. And then I guess even the rich people, even they going through stuff. Sometimes they be the most depressed ones. So it's really just we just knowing that you can handle it because you already handled other things, you know. But it's really making peace with the unknown of life. And that's probably core of it. It's you surrendered your analytical mind. You're not analyzing, but you're not completely detached from reality. You're not checked out of reality, but you're not over analyzing things, you know. You're not trying to manipulate and control every single outcome. There's just you're gonna really create an eruption when you do that. It'll backfire on you. I've seen it happen. Yes, honey. Yes, Gabby. We have to make peace with the unknown. That is inevitable. And like I said, I don't know if I just said a few moments ago that when we don't, we create hell on earth for ourselves. And I think we bring heaven to us now, you know, and that is one of the ways, is by knowing we're not gonna have it all figured out, and that's okay. I'm gonna just figure it out as I go and as I get more evidence. So like, you start something, you gather evidence, you move accordingly. You gather more evidence, you move accordingly from that point, and so on and so forth and so forth and so forth. Like, you can have like the big picture of like what you envision for yourself, right? There's always going to be just a big picture of what you see for yourself, and then there's going to be the day-to-day, the detours, things come up, things change, like, and it's that making peace with the unknown, because at that point you've already surrendered, and you know that there's going to be the detours and all of those things that are going to come up, but you're still going to get there, you know. Hi Dee. Hi Mama. Yes, let things be as they are, however it comes, and trust that you're gonna have what you need at that point in time to handle it. You have to trust that, because when you are in that place, you're in that mentally, in that frequency. Because I mean, this is my first time seeing your name here, but in our previous lives, like, we talked about a lot, how we are frequency beings, and we're always emitting frequencies, receiving frequencies, and this has been proven scientifically. Like, you can go on my YouTube and check it out, because I always like to back a lot of my spiritual knowledge and just like things that I've learned with the science aspect of it, because I just think when you bridge the two, like, a lot of things just like make so much sense. But essentially what I'm saying is that, like, when you are in that field of surrender, you are opening yourself up to potentials, unlimited potentials. Like, your perception is open now, because like, now you can look at a problem and you're just like looking at it and you're like, well, how can I solve this? Or your mind is open, your perception is open to the different pathways in which that problem can be solved, navigated, or whatever, that you may not have looked at if you are just like bracing yourself and expecting for the worst, or just like, you're already like, I already fucked up, I already failed, like, there's no point, you know. It like constricts you, and it narrows your perception of things when you are in that state of like fear. So just it's like not the good kind of surrender, like the surrender where you like just give up. I'm talking about the surrender where you're like open, if that makes sense. Yeah, unlimited. Hi Nicole, thank you. Welcome. Yes, guys, and it's been coming up so much for me because there's just so many things I'm navigating this past year of my life, and I'm doing it and I'm building all over again, you know. Like, for example, with my company Dalai Mama, I've been working at it since 2020. Surprisingly, it hasn't been that long, you know. What year did I officially? 2022. Yeah, 2022. And I had a team which is no longer with me, and this past year I've had to rebuild by myself, and it has been scary, okay. Scary as fuck to do it alone, you know. But it's fine, because when you're rebuilding, you're literally starting all over again. You're attracting the right people now on the journey, and like all of that stuff. So like I said, I'm totally okay with that, because I've surrendered to the fact that this must happen in order for me to get to the next point in my life, you know. But yeah, it just has been like so hard. But what I'm learning is that as I go on, I'm like, I have this peace that I have never had before, and it's literally like shit could literally be falling apart right now, and I'm just like, cool, like, cool. I know it's for the better. Like, it's gonna work itself out, like, it's gonna be fine. And I'm just like, damn, where did that shit come from? But it's just, it comes with this experience, it comes with wisdom, and just failing a lot, and all of those things. And like, here's what I think happens, like, when, because here's the thing, we do fail, we fuck up, we fall, all of that happens. Like, that shit is just always gonna happen, it's always gonna happen. But I think what we end up doing is we end up taking that as evidence for like the future. We're like, oh, this has failed, like, we have failed so many times, like, I'm just gonna continue failing, you know. And then like we start to take that as evidence and like proof of like just ourselves and like the trajectory of our life, when, and that's really hard to do, not to do. That's really hard not to do, I'm not gonna lie. Like, it's not easy to just be like, have all of those experiences, which a lot of them can be traumatic as fuck, you know what I'm saying, and not be scared when you go and try again. Like, that's nearly impossible, you know what I mean? But it's doing it anyways. It's doing it anyways. Yes, all of that builds your character, all of it. Exactly. Divine intervention. Oh, I love this gift. What is this? It's a galaxy. I like that. It's so on brand. But I wrote notes down, of course, per usual, because I need to make sure I get like my point across and like make it land in the way that it needs to land. But first, I wanted to talk about a little bit about the retreat. Should I do it now or should I do it afterwards? Well, just a little bit of, where's the whiteboard? The whiteboard is over there. I think I need a stand for her. I'm gonna buy a stand. I think I need a stand, and I need to turn the camera around because you guys are like looking at it inverted. I know. Are we, how many visual learners are in here? Are we, I'm a visual learner, so I get it. How many visual learners do we have in the room? I'm definitely a visual learner. Yeah, we like to see it on, see little drawings and shit, little doodles. All right, I'm gonna buy a stand for the whiteboard, and I'm gonna prop it up, and I'm gonna like turn the camera on and talk in front of it and do the whole thing. Because it's important. It's important. I should be writing stuff down. Okay, so, oh, the retreat. So, for those of you who are new here, I am planning. It got finalized this week, guys. The retreat. Feed Your Spirit, the Catskills, is happening in September. And I'm really excited. Tomorrow, so the people who DM'd me, emailed me back from the newsletter that I added to the priority circle, the priority list, you guys will be tomorrow, by tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow evening, you should receive a link for the registration. And yeah, so you're gonna be the first people to receive the registration link and also a discounted rate. So not only are you guys gonna get the registration link first, but also there's a discounted rate that I'm allowing up to 8 people to get a really nice discount on it. So yeah, I'm allowing up to 8 people to receive the discount. The people on the priority circle will receive the link first. The link is the registration. It has all of the information on it, the dates. It'll have the dates. It'll have the location. exact location. Um, everything, terms and conditions, cancellation policy, um, everything that you need. And obviously, should you need any more other information, you can email me. You can also try DMing me, because now I have you guys in my DMs as like primary. um, it's gonna be in New York, in the Catskills, upstate New York, in the Catskill Mountains. And it's a really beautiful retreat center. There's like 123, not like, there is 123 acres of land. We have free roaming horses on the land. There's goats on the property. So we're gonna spend a day with the animals. We're gonna spend a day with the horses and the goats. There's also hiking. We're gonna do a hike together. It'll be guided. Do some forest therapy, where, I don't know if you guys ever done that, where like you sit still in the forest, and like you listen to like the sounds, and like you pay attention to like just like every small sound, even if it's like a little critter on the ground, or like the leaves, or like the wind, or like an airplane flying by. Like, we're just like completely still meditating in the forest, listening to the forest sounds. It's like really beautiful. I did that in Costa Rica, and it was so peaceful. It was so transformative. It was really, really beautiful. So we're gonna do that. There's also a chef. I have a great chef, and she works with local farmers. So we're gonna have farm to table food, communal dinners. So we're gonna be sitting, we're gonna eat together every day. I love that part. I like that part. The eating together is really nice. We're gonna eat together every day. We're gonna do sound baths every day. They have like this, it's like an actual dome. It's like a literal dome. And in this dome, they have this art installation called Gongmatic. And it's like, you know those like bells that are like gongs, like boom, boom, that. So they have that as an art installation, but it actually plays certain frequency sounds, like sound baths. And there's like a morning one and an evening one. So I was thinking we either start the day with one or end the day with one. I'm trying to figure out which one, but it'll be like daily. What else that really stands out to? Oh, can I forget about the spa? We have a fucking spa, guys, in the middle of like the land. There's a hot tub, there's a cold plunge, and there's a sauna. And like the sauna is like, the sauna has like a glass, so like the views are of the forest. So like you're literally in a sauna, like looking at the forest. It's pretty fucking fire. So yeah, the hot tub is like up to 6 people, the cold plunge 6 people, the sauna 6 people at a time. But you know, that's not a problem, you guys. Everybody will take turns or whatever. But it's not gonna be a big group anyways. I don't want a huge crowd. I want it to be intimate. I want to cap it at 20 people, maximum 20 people. So 15, 20 people. So yeah, the spots are limited. And again, I'm doing 8 reservations at a discounted rate. And there's a payment plan as well. And I am going to set up Klarna or Afterpay as well. If any of you guys qualify, that would probably help. Yeah, it's gonna be so nice. We're gonna have breakfast, so the chef is gonna do everything: breakfast, lunch, dinner. So all of this is included in the rate. So obviously accommodations, all of it, the land is all for you to use, everything for us to use, the workshops that I'm planning. We're gonna do, so yeah, the chef is doing farm to table food morning, so breakfast, lunch, dinner, and there's gonna be snacks throughout the day. So like obviously if you a munchy girl or boy, you can go to the snack table and get a little snack in the middle of the night. What else? But yeah, all of this will be so I'm opening up the registration tomorrow for the people on the priority list only. They get first dibs. And then next week I will open it up for everybody. So if you didn't sign up for the priority circle, that's on you. Yes, it's so exciting, D. I'm so excited. It's gonna be like high-key very magical. I mean, I remember what Costa Rica was like. Costa Rica was powerful. It was transformational. It was everything. I feel like this one is gonna be even better just because I've grown so much as a person. So I just feel like there is much more that I can offer as well, as a host. So yeah, it's gonna be really cool. Really cool. Anybody has any questions? I'm also working on getting instruments for us. We're gonna have a frequency party. We're gonna have a sound frequency party the night before we leave. And I think there's gonna be an extra day, so I'm gonna give people the option of like, you can either check out on the 5th day, or if you want, you can stay and linger around the following day and like leave later if you want. I'm working that out, but I think I'm gonna have that as an option. I probably that day won't have any workshop available. It'll just be like, oh, like, you know, if you want to stay, you can chill, I guess, use the spa, whatever, if you're in no rush, you know. But I know that like some people have to get back home, gotta get back to work or whatever. Like it ends on a Saturday, so then there's like that Sunday before going back to work on Monday. So I'm just like, oh, I thought maybe, you know, you guys might want that Sunday, because after all of that, you guys spend like a whole week of like doing work on yourselves. You might want to sit with that. You might want to sit with everything that you learned, with everything that has come up, everything that you're going to take away before like jumping into a work week. You know what I mean? So that's why I'm like, maybe on that Sunday, some people, if they like, they can like just kind of linger around a little bit. Hey Rashida, thank you. Thank you. What else? Anybody has any questions about the Feed Your Spirit retreat? As far as the workshops that I'm putting together, we're going to be doing hands-on herbal apothecary stuff. I'm going to have like herbs laid out, and you're going to create like your very own blend, your very own tea blend for like for something specific for yourself that you may need, whether that's like for your nervous system, for your tummy issues, or like what have you. We're gonna work with herbs hands-on. I'm really excited about that one. We're going to do a lot of inner child heart opening work, so be prepared to cry. Be prepared to cry. So 5 days in total, D. Yep, I got you, Tito. Oh, it's gonna be so fun. So inner child work, heart opening work, and that means we're gonna do some guided like meditations where we're gonna like kind of like go back in time a little bit, release some stuff through breath work. We're gonna do heart opening, like, you know, hold each other, look at each other, feel the humanness of everybody. Just I'm not gonna give too much away, but just stuff that I know that like cracks people open and like brings things up, but like in a safe way, like in a safe container kind of way, you know. And movement, I want to do, there's a yoga instructor that can come in and start the morning with like a cool little yoga flow. Nothing too crazy. Yeah. Yeah, some yoga, some movement, some dance. Not just at the frequency party, but like maybe just like some like releasing some stuff through like just movement, you know, moving our body and stuff like that through specific music I'll choose. That, as you know, we've been talking so much about sound, music, and frequency, and like what it does to the body and the brain, and what it does to our nervous system and the way it affects us. And so all of that is going to be very intentional. So it's like a full sensory experience with like sound, smell, food, sense, like all of your senses are to be like immersed in this experience. That is one of my goals, you know, like a full sensory immersive experience. So yeah, it's happening in the Catskills, New York, this September. I have the dates already, but again, I'm gonna be sending it. So if you want to be on the priority list, you still have 24 hours. So the people on the priority list, I am sending all of the information to them first, like the location, the date, the registration link. They will receive it first. The first 8 people will get it at a discounted rate. There will be option for a payment plan as well. So like you can do a deposit to reserve your spot and then pay the rest 4 weeks later. I'm allowing that. Just please review like the cancellation policies that I have put in place, and we can go over it together like next week as well. But I believe it's pretty fair. What else? But yeah, it's like, I want it to be like luxurious. Like I want it to be like you're treating yourself to luxury as well as like education, learning, being in community, because I feel like that is just so important right now, you know. Thank you, Jazzy. Thank you, Rashida. I'm glad you like it. Yeah. Yes. Sound baths every day. There's a spa outside, outdoors. You got an outdoor spa. Sauna, cold plunge, hot tub, horses, free roaming horses. Did I say that already? Oh, there's also art sculpture. Oh my god, this art sculpture is really fire. It's like this huge so they partnered with this artist who had like, I don't know if you guys heard of Burning Man. I'm sure you guys heard of Burning Man. But this artist had like all these sculptures of Burning Man, and so like one of these sculptures, well, 2 of them actually are on the land, and it's called Starseed. And it's this huge white sculpture. It's enormous, and the horses love being by that sculpture. It's very interesting. It's called Starseed. But that's also really cool. I thought that was really cool. Okay, so yeah, that is what I have so far for you guys on the retreat. If you guys have any other questions, feel free to drop it in the chat. And we're gonna talk about nervous system regulation, guys. That's what I've been talking about. That's what's been coming up for me a lot lately, because there's a lot of changes this past year in my life. I've been navigating a lot of like challenges, changes, endings, like things just abruptly ending, and like just a lot of that. And like one thing I keep hearing is having faith with no proof, you know. Is it like a natural wellness type of resort? Yes, it is. Yes, essentially a resort. All inclusive, exactly. An all inclusive resort. That's pretty much it. But it's like there's more to it, because at resorts you're just, you know, sunbathing and drinking, and but this one you're like learning. You're learning things. You're growing with other people. You're communing. There's like more of a purpose underneath. It's in the Catskills in New York, and if you want more information, just DM me and I'll send you. I can add you to the priority list if you would like more information, which I'll have it by tomorrow at this point now. Other people have been waiting a week more. Okay, so having faith with no proof is what this time requires for me. And I think that's having faith with no proof is what just challenging times, when we're stepping into like unknown territory, when we're stepping into like just the unknown. And the unknown is literally everywhere, because like we, again, like I said before, like we're not going to know everything. We're not going to know every single detail, you know? But I think people talk a lot about like manifesting, and we talk about like, oh, manifesting, you got to manifest your dreams, you got to dream bigger, you got to manifest your desires. But like, what if someone is like manifesting or praying or doing all of the manifestation things, but at the same time they're like bracing themselves, meaning like either they don't believe the thing will happen, or they don't think they have the capacity to handle the thing. Like, for example, many years ago in therapy, my therapist told me that I am afraid that I have big dreams, right? Like, she told me, you have big dreams, but you're afraid of your own power. You're afraid of you getting there and you not being able to handle it, so you stay small. So you hold yourself back. You freeze because you think that when the big thing comes, you're gonna fuck it up. You know, it's gonna slip out of your hands. You know, and that is the incongruency there that we may have when we have a desire, but then we don't have the capacity to hold it when it comes. You know, and so you have to train your body to literally receive the manifestation, because your nervous system literally determines what feels safe to choose, to receive, to take a risk on, to ask for, and to become. In order for you to manifest, you have to take action. You have to take actionable steps. Like, you have to move like the person who is already in that. And by doing that, you have to do it even in the mundane, and like just waking up in the morning. How does that person behave? How does that person act? Etc., etc. But if you're not making the first step because you're holding yourself back, because you're afraid, then you're stopping yourself from getting there, you know? Because it's like, sometimes it's like not that we're lazy. It's not that people are lazy. That's the thing. Or that people aren't motivated enough. I feel like we hear sometimes like, oh, you're blocking your blessings, you know, like in a way of like, oh, you blocking your blessings, like you must not want it, or, you know, whatever. But it's literally like your body doesn't feel safe enough to hold the big thing, to come, like, you know. So it's really not about just like calming down. Like, I think people hear like nervous system regulation as like, oh, calm down, you gotta keep calm. And it's really just about becoming safe enough inside of your own body to stop living in defense mode. So when your nervous system is bracing itself, your body is basically saying, something is coming, I have to prepare, something bad is coming. I cannot fully soften into this. I cannot fully receive. I cannot move freely. I cannot, you know. And so And it becomes so normal because we think it's like our intuition. We think it's our discernment or our discipline, or we're just being realistic. We got to be careful when we're thinking that we're just being realistic, because that could be a form of blocking your blessings, right? But it's really just like your body is trying to survive in a future that hasn't happened yet. Because if you're already thinking that the thing is gonna arrive and you're just gonna like fuck it up, you're literally robbing yourself of today, of the full potential that is today, of that first step action move that you can make today towards the thing, you know? Yeah, so you cannot manifest from a body that is constantly preparing to be disappointed. Come on. And like, the universe is not punishing you. You know, the universe is not like actively out to get you. But when your body is braced, like you're expecting something bad, you're in that state of mind, your perception narrows. So you're not open enough, surrendered enough to like the field of unlimited potentiality that can be, you know? So your choices shrink. You start acting and doing from that state. Your creativity gets tighter because you already decided that something bad is coming. So like, you already decided like, oh, it's not gonna work out. For example, like, I used to be one of those people that like would never enter a contest. So I used to be like, oh, I never win a contest. Like, I'm not gonna enter a contest. I never win a contest. You know what I mean? Like, I never win, so what's the point? You know what I'm saying? But just like something as simple as that, as like, you already decided you ain't gonna win. You already decided. So you ain't even gonna try. You know? So yeah, so you already decided that something bad is coming. So your receptivity closes itself. You start moving from protection mode instead of possibility, you know? So like, you start, all of your actions start to reflect that internal state of being. That is just how it works. You know, like, you're gonna move from a place of fear. It is just what it is. But if you surrender to the unknown, like we said, faith with no proof, then everything starts to open up for you. You start looking at problems in different ways, or you start thinking about things more creatively. And so then you open yourself up to so many possibilities, guys. Like, so many things can come your way. Oh, I'm sorry, Shelby. But yes, you mean like you're moving every day like it's your last, like you're just like, I'm going after all of it. Is that what you're doing? Because that's beautiful. I mean, the money, what if I'm worried about money? The money topic is so sensitive for a lot of people. I mean, we need money to survive. I understand that. But even just like, I was like talking to a friend today about how like, a friend of mine is like pursuing a passion project right now, and she doesn't have a budget to pay people for like their services. But like, this project is very meaningful. She's extremely talented, creative, and this project is like literally beautiful, like a beautiful piece of artwork that I think people would be very proud to be a part of. But like, her thing is like, damn, I don't got money to pay people, and like, I don't like that. And fair, 100%, you know? But I think moving past, like, there's other things that people can find value in. Like, of course, if they don't want to participate because you don't got a budget, obviously it's voluntary. Like, nobody's forcing you, you know? But like, she has, like, I told her, like, your worth isn't just like dependent on money. Like, your vision, your creativeness, like, what you can offer them other than monetary can be very useful to them as well, is what I'm saying, you know? And it's like it's like still limiting yourself, like, oh, but money. But like, find another way. There's another way. There's a way. You can do this project and like you may need little to no money and it can still be done. You really just gotta like drop that, you know? To train with your Pilates instructor, shoot your shot. I don't know. Email the Pilates instructor and tell them your situation. Maybe they will offer you a discounted rate. Tell them that you're in need. This means a lot to you. Pick up another a side hustle real quick. You know, just get creative and just take it by the horns. You know, closed mouths don't get fed. Exactly. Period. Shelby. Shoot your shot. Let it be known. You know what I mean? So it's like not about being, so there's another thing, it's not about being like overly positive, like toxic positivity. Is that what the term is? Like just being like hella like annoyingly positive about life. Like, I don't know. You know what I mean? Like the shit could get kind of corny, but it's, it's about like having the capacity. So you're telling yourself, you're not like blindly positive, but you're saying like, I have the capacity to handle this, you know? Oh, thank you, Anuko. I hope that helped you in some kind of way. Like it's not about being like overly positive, you know? It's like, I have the capacity, like it's like training yourself to know you have the capacity to handle whatever comes next. Like your nervous system can handle it. You're gonna get through it. And it's not you about being like overly like blindly positive about it, if that makes sense. So it's like with every action that you take, evidence starts to pile up. So when you take that first step, doing the uncomfortable thing, the brave thing, the thing that you think you're gonna fail at, literally centering yourself. And that one day, even if it's just one thing that you do towards it, like fill out whatever that one application is or what have you. Doing it and then letting the evidence speak for itself. Because then you're going to move accordingly from there, you know? And that is how you keep yourself regulated. Trusting that like the evidence will come in and then I'm going to know what to do next. I don't need to prep or think about the 1,000 scenarios of the fucking evidence, you know, or we're like, oh, but it could go like this, it could go like this, they could think like this, it could be like this. Try not to do that. I know in the past things have went wrong. I know in the past we have been through mad shit, traumatic shit, like life hasn't been fair sometimes, but like try not to go there and just let this time around perhaps show you differently. You know, perhaps this time it could be different, and let it show you that before you start to place and define it and place expectations on it that haven't even existed. You're living in the future, you're not living in the now, and you're literally robbing yourself of that. Like, yo, I wrote this down today because that shit came to me through like something else, and I was like, wait, I'm gonna say this on my live. Hold on. Where is it? Yes. So all that bracing does is cost you today's potentiality. Oh, thank you, Bree. So all bracing does is cost you today's potentiality. Like, if you're constantly bracing yourself for something to, oh, what is going on here? One moment, y'all. Okay. I have no idea what just happened. I was trying to ignore it, and then I just like accepted her. I'm like, okay. So as I was saying, all bracing does is cost you today's potential, today's potentiality. So if you're stuck and frozen, thank you, I love this thing, this crown. If you're stuck and you're frozen and you're expecting for the worst, you're gonna lose a day. You're gonna lose 24 hours. And I read somewhere that time comes from you. Like time comes from me. I literally tell myself this when I like catch myself doom scrolling or just like bullshitting around. And then I'm like, oh my God, like how is it 3 o'clock already or whatever? I'm like, wait, time comes from me. Like this concept of time, you know, I know we all heard things like time is non-linear and like all this, that, and the third. It comes from me. Whatever I put my attention to, whatever I put my energy towards, like that is what I am choosing for my time to go. So time comes from me, my output, what I do with it. Time isn't happening to me, it comes from me. And that has changed a lot for me as well, you know? Because then it's like you can fill your day with like so many things that can be done at that point, you know? Like if time comes from me, then I'm gonna do this and that. I'm gonna do 4 or 5 things today by the time it's 3 o'clock. You know? So yes, girl, Bree, yeah, I was like wondering where you was at. Good for you, girl. Yes, Tito. Time is definitely an illusion. I mean, it's definitely a man-made construct. It is. The Gregorian calendar, which is the calendar we follow, isn't that old anyways. So yeah, when you start learning all of those things, you're like, actually, like, what do I want to make of this time, you know? What was it saying? Okay, so yes, so like with every action that you take, evidence piles up that you indeed can handle everything that comes next. You're gonna show yourself that. So a regulated nervous system gives you access to a different field. That is the field of infinite potential. That's what I was saying. Because you're not defining it. You're not preparing for a specific outcome, which narrows down your possibilities. It does. Saying I will take the next step and trusting that I can handle what comes next, you are in flow state, my friends. You are in the womb of creation. You can say, well, fuck. I love how I wrote, well, fuck it. Well, fuck it. I'm going to go after all of it. You know? Your decisions are portals. You know? Yeah, like if you tell yourself, well, if I can handle whatever comes next, then I could really just do anything. Because I can, actually. So that's a really good perspective to hold, you know? Like I'm gonna submit the applications. I'm gonna I don't know, do the brave thing, apply for this school, finally get that degree, like finally go after this, and like just handling it one thing at a time. Literally. One day at a time. One chunk at a time. That's all you need to do. You don't need to worry about nothing else. Because you're not gonna know. You're not supposed to know. You're giving your mind too much to do. Too much to do. Anyways, like we can't possibly know it, you know, but we're humans, so we want to know. So yeah, so there's a distinction, right? So like I've been saying, it's not like we're being passive or delusional, right? Because this could slip into being delusional easily. But Delulu is the Salulu, right? So we're not going to be like crazy, like delusional. But what we're trying to say, this is what we're really trying to say. We're trying to say, I can take action without panicking. That's what you're telling yourself. Like, I can take action and not panic. I can take that first move and not lose my marbles. I want more without gripping to the old, without letting go. I can receive something great without immediately scanning and looking for what's the catch, you know? Like, like something good's coming to your life, right? And you start scanning for the thing, for the catch, or where it can go bad. That's a quick way to fumble. That is the quickest way that we can fumble something good. And I can move without feeling 100% certain. That's another thing. And another one that's so important, I can let life meet me without trying to control every door. Like, just let things fall apart if they have to. Let one door close if it needs to close. Stop trying to reopen it. Just let it happen. Let it happen. Because on the other side could be the blessing. You know? Let it all come crashing down if it needs to. If that is where it's heading. At this point in time, throw your hands up. Like, you controlling and gripping for dear life is only going to cause a bigger tower moment for yourself. You know? Trying to make it fit. Trying to make it right. Trying to hold on when it is clearly trying to just fall apart. You gotta let it fall apart. You gotta let it fall apart. That is where the blessings are, my friends. That is where the blessings are. Because then you throw yourself in the pit, in the fire, and it's just you, yourself, and I, and then you start doing all of the things that you've been neglecting, or the things you've been putting off, or finally like going after the thing that you need to, or whatever, what have you. There's just an opportunity there for more growth, for better. It just is. That's how it works. That is just how it works. Okay, so this is a good one. So manifesting is not about forcing reality. We're not forcing things to happen. Oh, I'm gonna manifest, so I'm gonna make sure that this goes like this, and that this goes like this, and that this outcome happens like this, and that this person thinks like this about me, so that then this could happen this way, and then that will happen that way. Bro, that's not it. That is not it. It is about becoming more available to the timeline you keep saying that you want. Clearing space, making room, becoming more open, surrendering to anything and whatever, anything and whatever, because it may not go exactly how you envision it. That's the thing. And most often than not, it really doesn't. It really don't. When you brace yourself and when you try to control outcomes, you basically signaling to the universe, I do not trust life yet. When you regulate yourself, you signal that I can participate with life. You see the difference? Like, when you are bracing yourself, already defining the moment, already saying it's not gonna work, already expecting the worst, then when you're trying to control everything to make it work, you're just saying, I don't trust life. I don't trust the flow of life. I don't trust it. When you are literally life, you are a co-creator with life. You are source, you are the universe experiencing itself truly. And when you regulate yourself and you say, no, I'm open, I trust, whatever the situation, however the situation is gonna happen, let it happen like that. Fine. I can't understand it right now. I can't see the bigger picture, but I'm gonna trust it, you know? Hey, Coach Brown. I'm gonna trust it. I'm gonna trust it. So that is you saying I can participate with life. So yeah, all of that changes how you move. It changes how you're gonna send that email, how you're gonna pitch your idea at work, how you walk into the room, how you speak about your price, your rate, your worth, and how you wait. Ooh, how you wait. That's a big one. How we wait for the answer. Because if you don't trust life, you're gonna do whatever. And sometimes it really ain't good. You're gonna do something that is not in alignment with who you are just because you're trying to get to the finish line. You know what I mean? That's gonna reveal when you trust life and you're open and you surrender and you're a co-creator with life. I'm gonna say that again. That is gonna change how you move, how you send the email, how you pitch your idea at work, what kind of work you go for, how you walk into the room, your worth, everything, and how you wait for the thing to come. Are you gonna be reckless? Are you gonna be doing things that you're not proud of? Are you gonna be getting over on people, stealing, manipulating, controlling, lying, cheating to get your way as you wait for this manifestation? Or are you gonna move from a place of alignment with self and trust? So a dysregulated nervous system tries to manifest through urgency. I need this now. What if it doesn't happen? What if I'm behind? Look at everybody else. Why they got this, I don't got that. Why they there, I'm not there yet. What if I miss my chance? What if I already missed my chance? And that's what I mean. Then you start doing things that are not cool. Then you start trying to get to the finish line by all means necessary. Not necessary, by all means. So a regulated body can move more from devotion, like I said. So your actions come from a place of like, this matters to me. I do this because it comes from the heart. The outcome is secondary. You know, you're co-creating with source, with God, with life. I will take the next aligned step. I will take the next move. Whatever is the next move that makes the most sense, I'm going to just do that. And I'm going to wait. And I'm going to let the evidence stack up and speak for itself. I don't have to make shady choices. Sorry, one second. Millie. I don't have to. What was I saying? I don't have to make shady choices while I wait. That's moving from fear. That's fear talking to you. Yeah, that is, I need this now. That's the urgency. I need it now. If it doesn't happen now, what if I'm behind? That's a dysregulated nervous system. That's what that means to be dysregulated. You're going to let your thoughts run wild on you and think about all of the negative things of what it could be, you know? So yeah, it's not so much about calm down so you can get the things. It's more like come home to yourself so you can stop repelling your own next level through fear, tension, and over control. I'm gonna say that again. So a regulated nervous system is not so to manifest, important key to manifestation. And it's not so much about calming down so you can get the things. No, calm down. It's not just that. It's not that. It's more like come home to yourself so you can stop repelling your own next level, your next level up through fear, repelling. You're repelling through fear, tension, and over control. Don't do it. Because sometimes the manifestation isn't coming because there's a lack of talent, beauty, intelligence, prayer, or effort. Because you could be praying your ass off. You can pray every day. You can pray every day. You go to church every day. Every Sunday you go to church. And then it still won't land. You know? Because your nervous system is bodyguard, standing at the door like danger is coming. But your biggest blessing could be standing right behind the thing you fear the most, right behind that door, you know. Yeah, it's been a lesson. So when we're practicing thank you, Tito. So when we're practicing regulating our nervous system, here's what I've been doing. For example, like I used to get an email. I used to get the email notification, the whatever. I got an email, and I used to brace myself. I used to think it was bad news. Like, why was I thinking it was bad news? I used to really feel like, I don't know why. It was something bad that I'm gonna have to like handle, put out a fire of some sort. Oh, crazy. So now I hear the notification of an email and I'm like, that's that money talk. Like, I expect that's like some money coming in, that's an opportunity coming in, a partnership. Like, that's what I'm expecting. That's it. I don't care if it's not that, I'm gonna still expect that the next time I hear the notification, you know? So just like in those small moments, you know, in those small moments. And I promise you guys that like more times than not, it's actually something good. And I'm really thinking that it's literally that. It is because I am co-creating with the universe. I am literally just shaping my reality. And again, it's not every single time, but it's more often than not, you know? And so, and yeah, and like when I'm about to have like a big call, like a Zoom meeting with like a big brand or like just like a big partnership, whatever, I'm nervous and shit. Like I think about like, okay, like just softening my jaw, like breathing a little bit, like breathing in and out, doing some breath work, like trusting again. Just, it's gonna be a lot of self-talk. It is self-love to the highest degree. It is like mothering yourself, you know? Exactly. And if it makes you a little nervous, it's because it's important to you. It's not necessarily that it's bad, because the nervous system it's just gonna signal the same thing. It's just gonna make you feel the same thing. It's not gonna know unless you direct it towards it, like, oh, this is just me nervous because it's important to me. It's not because it's bad, you know? That was good, Tito. Exactly. Oh, thank you, D. Yes, trusting the process with no proof, honey. No proof. Yo, faith with no proof is not easy to do. But the proof will come. The proof comes. It starts to add up. It starts to add up. What was I saying? So yeah, so when you practice it, it could look something like, can I soften my jaw before I make the call? Like, you know, sometimes we're like nervous doing those like things that we do like with our body and stuff like that, like tics or whatever. Can I unclench my stomach before I check the email? That was me with my emails, like already bracing myself for something bad. Can I breathe before I respond? Can I breathe before I respond? Can I breathe and think about this a little bit before I pick up that phone and make that call? Make sure my emotions are not getting the best of me there. Can I stop rehearsing catastrophe and worst case scenarios as a way to feel prepared? God, we do this so much. Can I stop rehearsing catastrophes and worst case scenarios as a way to feel prepared? You're not going to be prepared. You're just stressing yourself out even more. You know, because you're like literally thinking about all of these. What's this? A ladybug? Oh, it's a beetle in my house. Because you're going to be thinking about like all of these things, and you're going to stress yourself out of all these catastrophes and like just all of these. Millie, come here. Millie, did you eat the ladybug? Come here. Come here. Place. Good girl. Come on, you're doing too much right now. Can I let good things arrive without interrogating them? That's a big one. Like, can I let good things happen to me without scanning for the bad things? Millie, come here. Come here. That's me with every animal. What you do it? You do what in the car every morning, Shelby? Like what? Prepare for the worst case scenarios? Oh, scanning for the negative stuff. Yeah, girl. No, try not to do that. Try not to do that, because let life surprise you. Let it surprise you. Let yourself be surprised a little bit. You know, you don't gotta know everything. You just can't, absolutely just can't know everything. And just because bad things happened before, I know we tend to be like, well, they happened before. And so then we start to think we're like protecting ourselves, or we're practicing discernment, or we're being intuitive, or whatever. But, you know, we really just don't know. You know, there are times when something is an intuitive inkling, which you have to separate that knowing. Oh, built by belief. Yeah, I know. I think that's where, like, I think a lot of us think that regulating your nervous system is like breathing, calming down, going on a walk. Well, yes, that is true. Because yes, spending time in nature does help. It does regulate you, maybe gives you some time to think, clear out your mind, etc. But this is the real work. This is the hard work. Like, this is the work of that. Truly. Yeah, so can I let good things arrive without interrogating them? That's a big one for me, you know? Like, if something good comes my way, are you gonna be suspicious about it? Are you gonna start looking for the catch, the hook, and just not receive it? You're robbing yourself of the joy that could be in that moment, because you're already thinking ahead of how it's gonna not work out. Don't do that to yourself, you know? I'm speaking from someone who like is unlearning this. That's why I can talk about it, but it's a work in progress. But like, don't do that to yourself, you know? Like, you're literally robbing yourself of like experiencing joy. Like, you're gonna live in a constant state of fear and panic and vigilance forever. Not cool. Don't do that to yourself. You're creating hell on earth. You're creating and that's what they say. I said this earlier in the live, and that's what they say. Like, you're either gonna bring heaven to earth to yourself, or you're gonna bring hell. A lot of us are living in hell already. Yes, JC. Questioning your happiness. I would do that all the time. Yo, exactly. Brewing health issues, because honey, that is where health that comes from, obviously, other reasons. Health issues stem from other, more clinical reasons. I'm not going to undermine that, but it is a breeding ground for health issues, because you're in a constant state of stress. Exactly. You're in a constant state of stress, and you're in a constant state of fear, and you're in a vigilance, tension in your body, lower back pain. In my 20s I still suffer from back pain, but it's gotten a lot better now. But in my 20s, I had excruciating lower back pain that I've gone to so many specialists about, and like they all said different things. They couldn't figure out. I did MRIs, I did the x-rays, just like all of the things, and they'll be like, we can't figure it out, like we don't know what it is. And it's literally an energetic thing. And it was that and it was sitting right there at my root chakra, where it's just like your safety, your sense of safety. And it's like I just wouldn't feel safe. I wouldn't feel safe in my body. I didn't feel safe moving through life. I was expecting just the worst case scenario literally every second of the day. Yes, autoimmune diseases start from stress, 100%. Energy was stuck in there. Yep. Exactly. Yes, Bree. Oof. You guys in here, y'all be knowing. Yes, TT. We store a lot of that in our hips and our wombs. 100%. 100%. What else? Yes, so, okay, I'm almost towards the end, but I'm gonna do a part 2 on this. I think it's important. There's some more like research I want to do into it, because I think there's like some scientific research that has been done into some of this stuff that I want to like expand on a little bit, so just to back it up. So we're gonna get there. But so yeah, so treat your body like the altar. So safety becomes a spell, and regulation becomes the portal. I did speak about the retreat, TT, but I'm gonna talk about it again when I finish this. I'll go over it again. So I had this realization last year at some point. It was like a very visual, I get a lot of downloads and visions and things like that. I've had them all my life, but like as I've gotten older, they've just intensified. My mother and my grandmother also are like very clairvoyant in my family and whatnot. So I get a lot of messages, and this one was so like vivid about how we are nature, right? And I wrote it down into words because I just feel like I needed to like clearly write this, because I didn't want it to get lost in translation from visual to language. So you are nature, literally. So think about this. The trees do not talk themselves out of growing. The flowers do not talk themselves out of blooming. They don't brace against the sacred process of death and rebirth. Even when the leaves fall, even when the petals wilt, nature does not mistake transformation for failure. It just does it. They just grow. The trees just grow. The flowers just bloom. The petals wilt, they fall, they die, they're born again. It trusts the cycle. It knows the release is part of the rebirth. You know, so you have to like look at yourself exactly like nature. Like you are literally nature. You know, we're all connected. At the quantum level, we're all energy. We're all energy in particles, energy in a form, in a specific intelligent movement form that collapsed and created the structure, the vessel, you know? And nature doesn't brace itself against the natural processes of life. And so I think we could learn a lot from nature. You know what I mean? Yes, it sounds a lot like the phoenix that rises from the ashes. Exactly. So look at yourself as the phoenix. That was a big symbol as well for me too this past year, the phoenix. So the work is not just like dream bigger. I've heard about that book, JC, You Can Heal Yourself by Lewis Hayes. I've heard about this book. I'm gonna look into it again though. So the work is not just dream bigger, but can I become the man or the woman whose body does not panic when life gets bigger, when life gets more demanding, when life requires more presence? Can I keep my center regardless of the fact? Because making moves requires a body, requires a person that can tolerate visibility. Receiving requires a body that can tolerate goodness. Manifesting requires a body that can tolerate the unknown without treating it like a threat. So yeah, just because bad things have happened, it doesn't mean we have to constantly prepare for bad things. And yes, it can be a hard thing to uncondition ourselves out of, but like I said before, like, let life surprise you. And surrender. Stay in that, because when you're, stay in that mode, stay in that field of like unlimited potential, of surrendering, of I am open to whatever comes next, because that's literally what you're opening yourself to. But if you are here and you've already decided that it's not going to work out, then you already decided, and that's exactly how you're going to move from there on after. So that's what I have for today, guys, on nervous system regulation. That's where I stopped with my research and my notes and all of that stuff. But I'm gonna do more research. Like I said, I'm gonna look up some scientific research and studies that may have been done on this subject that I think will be important to tying it in. And yeah, we're gonna take it a little further next week on this topic, and then we're gonna talk about other things like intuition, just kind of like knowing what that, distinguishing what our intuition is from like just something else, from us like assuming or, you know, mistaking it for defining a moment or something, you know, that's not correct. Just trying to get into that, and then kind of want to talk about devotion, just so many things. We're gonna get into so many things. Thank you, guys. I'm glad you liked the live. I'm so glad I hopped on and did it. I loved it too. Oh, I'm so glad you guys liked it. Yay! That makes me happy. That makes me really happy. Yeah, it was good for me to put this down on paper, because it just made so much sense as to like where I am right now in my life. And like, I did not realize, like, I've come very far in my life. I've always been someone who's like overcome adversity no matter what. But I didn't realize how much of that I was doing with an unregulated nervous system. I was just always like in fight or flight. It was like, yeah, I'm gonna get it done, but I'm gonna be fucking freaking out the whole time, like, you know. And I didn't realize just how much of that I was doing. And I think now at this stage in my life, just as a woman who's just like been through so much more, have overcome so much more, I'm realizing that I've been robbing myself of a lot of joy. I've been robbing myself of living life. I'm not gonna let anything like rob me of my joy, or like rob me of my peace, actually. That's pretty much where I am right now. It's like, you're not gonna take, like, the world could shake, but I will remain unshaken. Believe that. You know, like that's like the whole thing is I'm not going to be moved, you know. That's not to say like I don't, of course there are moments of worry, there are moments of damn, this shit's fucked up, like is this gonna be good, you know, but we but I'm not gonna take the humanness out of it. That's not fair, you know. I think it's very real. We're gonna have those moments, but it's just how quickly can we snap back, how quickly can we snap back to center, how quickly can we just like move forward, and yeah, not spiral into the whole rigmarole of the negative spiral, like spiraling for days on like a certain thing, it going wrong, you know, or just again just manipulating and controlling. Oh, it's just realize when you release, it goes even better for you. It really does. It goes even better than you expected it. And then you see that life does have your back. Like, you will get caught. Trust me, you will get caught. You take that leap, life is gonna catch you. It really is. Like, I was talking to my friend today, and I was like, yo, imagine if, like, I don't know, let's say like you're broke, whatever, like you can't pay your bills and you can't pay your rent, and you just die like a video game, like womp womp womp, like no, like everything has a solution, like everything is gonna work itself out, like it's not the end all be all. You don't let it overcome you, overpower you, don't let it steal you, don't let it rob you of your joy, of your peace, of any of those things, you know. So yeah, embrace the process, embrace it, because it's there, it's gonna teach you something, you know. It's there to teach you something. You're gonna grow from it, you're gonna learn from it some kind of way. Just take that first step, guys. Don't panic, just take that first step, whatever that is, and wherever you are in your journey. Just like tomorrow, when you get up in the morning, take the first step towards that thing you've been putting off. And then maybe that's homework. I don't know exactly where everyone's at in their journey, but I'm gonna check in about this next week, actually. How about tomorrow over the weekend, we're gonna take that first step, guys, towards something we've been putting off, whatever that may be. And then we're gonna gather evidence. I want you guys to gather evidence on that. Like, I'm gonna do this and then see what happens. And if the evidence doesn't come right away, that's okay. Record, that's evidence too. So we're gonna test that. We're gonna test it. You heard that? We're gonna do that next week. I'm gonna check in on y'all. You heard me? Who's in with me? Thank you, MCH. Okay, guys, good. I'm like, anybody there? Are y'all not gonna do it? Okay, good. That's homework. Okay, that's homework for next week. You guys better tune back in. Take that first step, whatever it is. Like, again, I can't say a specific thing because I don't know where everyone is in their journey, but even if it's a small thing, don't overthink it. Don't overthink it. Literally. If it's, let's say it's like, oh, you want to work out more. Like, you want to, I don't know, you trying to get in shape. You're trying to lose, I'm just think about like the most like simple thing right now. You want to lose some weight or whatever, 10 pounds. Tomorrow, you're going to go for a walk, 20 minutes. Even if it's like that simple, I'm talking about do not overthink it. Just do one thing, small thing. And then next week at 8:30, Thursday, 8:30 p.m. 8:30, 8:45, around there. I'm glad you enjoy it, Ashes. Just do it like Nike, exactly. Yeah, or like start the meal plan. I don't know. Instead of having the fucking pancakes in the morning, do fast. Maybe do a fast. Fast until 1 o'clock. I don't know. Just take the first step towards whatever that thing is, and then record the evidence after. Because I want to see if the evidence showed you something differently than you thought. It was gonna go. Because that happens to me all the time. Like, I'll literally be like, I'll do something, but I'm like, I'll be scared of shit, and it'll like end up, actually the evidence will be like, wow, this was better than expected, you know? What do I mean by evidence? So what I mean by evidence is like, so this is what I mean. If, let's say the thing is, you're gonna work out, or you're gonna see how you feel afterwards, right? You're gonna see, how did that feel? How did I feel after doing it? That's gonna be evidence, how your body feels after you've done the thing. Or the reaction to the action. You know what I mean? Like, whatever it is that you did, whatever happens next in results of that. And that could be your own internal state of being, like the way that you end up feeling afterwards. That could be like, oh, I feel a relief, or I feel accomplished. That's evidence. Write that down. Or, oh, I sent an email to so and so, and guess what? They got back to me. Write that down. That's evidence. You know, like, that's what I mean by like writing down whatever happens next and using it as evidence, because then we're gonna test it against whatever preconceived notions you had of how it was supposed to go, you know. But yeah, guys, this was such a great live. It was such a great conversation. And I'm going to talk a little bit about the retreat for those who missed it. That is happening in September, early September, in New York, in the Catskills, upstate New York. We're going to spend 5 days. The dates, I have the dates, I have the location, exact location. But that is going to be sent to the people on the priority list, priority circle first. So if you would like to be placed on that list, that is going to go out tomorrow. So if you want to be placed on that list, DM me. You can DM me here on TikTok or Instagram. And yeah, so we're going to be spending 5 days together, upstate New York, on this beautiful retreat center that is sitting on 123 acres of land. There's free roaming horses, there's goats, hiking trails, there's a spa, an outdoor spa moment, there's a sauna, a hot tub, cold plunge. We also have a fire pit. Oh my god, I forgot about this detail. We're gonna have a fire ceremony. We're gonna gather over fire at night. And we're gonna do like this really cool like letting go ritual together. In the like gathered by the fire. It's gonna be so cool. And under the stars. Oh my god, guys, it's gonna be so nice. So there's a fire pit. We're gonna have I have a chef. So chef that works with local farmers. So you're gonna have farm to table chef prepared meals. Breakfast, lunch, dinner this is all included. Breakfast, lunch, dinner, farm to table foods, snacks as well. We're gonna be dining together, so every evening definitely expect communal dinner happening, where we just sit together and have dinner and stuff like that. We're going to do sound baths, so every day there will be sound baths, sound frequency baths, and they have this beautiful dome-like structure. It's not a building. It's just a dome. I think you guys know what I mean. But like in the dome we will gather, and they have these gongs that play sound frequency healing music tunes. And so there's like a morning and an evening session, and So every day we're gonna engage in one or the other. Either we start the day or end the day like that. um, what else do we have? I am doing a lot of workshops where we're going to do a lot of inner child healing, heart opening work, just kind of like what we talked about here today, just in person, in a group setting. Guided meditations, yoga. What else? I feel like I'm leaving some stuff out. I did say we're gonna go on a hike. Everything is all detailed in the link that I'm gonna send to you guys tomorrow, and all of the details will be in there. But it's gonna be a beautiful experience, guys. Like I did this in we had one in Costa Rica in 2024, and it was absolutely transformative. So I can't wait. I can't wait for it. Also, forest therapy. We're gonna go, and when we go on our hike in the forest, we will do this like really cool meditation where we just like kind of sit still in the forest and we listen to all of the sounds of the forest. Like whatever, like the wind on the leaves, like a critter, or like a leaf crunching, or just all of the sounds of the forest. And we're gonna like just kind of sit in it, and it's gonna be really cool. Yes, so medicinal. It's a fully like sensory experience, like mind, body, soul, completely. Khalil, you're so late, buddy. But yes, if you want more information, tomorrow I'm sending out the registration link to the people on the priority circle. The priority circle closes tomorrow, so you have a few more hours to send your name. If you're interested, just DM me and say that you're interested in the priority circle, because the people in the priority circle will be getting a link to a discounted rate. So there's going to be a nice chunk of a discount for the people that join that list, and I'm accepting up to 8 people at that amount. So yeah. I love Bree. Bree, you be on it. You don't be wasting no time, girl. You be like mute quickly. But you know, like I don't know why people think that, like, that kind of comment. I mean, I want to just kind of quickly talk about it, because I want to tell you guys how I feel about that. But that kind of stuff bothers me. I actually think that is the coolest thing about me. I'm sorry. Like, me being a stripper, I was a stripper. I worked in nightlife. I had a baby at 15 years old. I was a young mom. I navigated being a teen mom. I was a video vixen. Like, all of those things are like the coolest things about me. And just the fact that I am here today with the fucking brain and knowledge, the wits that I have, is just proof of what you can do. So don't ever let it think that will ever bother me, because that is where the medicine is. That is why I'm here talking like this, because of all of those things. Because of all of those things. Like, so it really, that's the magic in me, you know? Like, that is literally what made me this person. Yo, please. I could have been somewhere else right now. I could have been, like, growing up in the Bronx, a teen mom. Things could have looked a lot more different for me. So this is why I'm talking because my testimony is that powerful. And y'all don't even know the half. I don't even know the half of the shit that I've been through. Because if y'all did, yeah, y'all wouldn't even understand. It's gotten real ugly. But now that's not the first thing you're gonna know about me though when you talk to me. So thank you, girls. Thank you guys. I appreciate you guys so much. But yeah, I'm like, I think those are like one of the coolest things about me, honestly. Like whenever anybody wants to ask me about just like my past, I'm like an open book, because I just feel like, I don't know, it's different. It's some different shit, you know? So thank you, Bree. Exactly, Tito. Exactly. Clock that. Clock it. Come here, you. Oh my goodness. Anybody has any more questions though? Why is my dog so bad, yo? Anybody has any more questions? Period, TT. Hold on. Millie, come here. Leave her alone. Come here. Listen, let me tell you exactly. For you, like, you gotta go through shit, yo. You really do. Like the phoenix, you gotta go through the fire. You gotta go into the darkness. You gotta go to the pits of your darkness. You gotta go into the underworld. Like, exactly. And that is where the transformation happens. That is literally where the transformation happens. So don't let it become you. Oh, yes. Actually, we should talk about shadow work. For sure. Because that's very freeing when you, like, embrace your shadows and you just kind of, like, and is it like, embrace, intertwine, or just kind of, like, are one with, you know? Like, somebody can bring something up that may have hurt you in the past type of thing, and then it's like you've turned it into medicine now. You know what I mean? Medicine not just for yourself, but for others. That is true divine feminine too. When it's not just medicine for yourself. When you've alchemized the pain and the darkness into light. What is this? Who is this? Exactly. But I hope you guys can make this retreat, guys. I've been working really hard on this, on putting this together and making this an incredible experience. Like, I also want to have gifts for you guys too. Like, I'm gonna, like, my last retreat in Costa Rica, I had like so many cool wellness brands, like, send product. So I made sure you guys had some gifts. So I want to do that again this time around. So expect some gifts to be waiting for you when you arrive. Yeah, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be really fun. And then the last night we're gonna have a party. We're gonna have a party. What can you gift me? Girl, you coming, you being there, that's it, honestly. No gift for me. You coming, you being able to make it is the gift, honestly. So cute you are, D. Truly. Yes, exactly. If you guys can make it, that's all I need. Truly. Ay, que linda. D, stop. You're so cute, yo. Thank you. You're so sweet. Thank you. You put a smile on my face. I'm gonna sleep good tonight. Linda. Um but yeah, guys, any other questions, my loves? Any other questions about the retreat? I think you guys will have maybe more questions as we get further along into it, but yeah, if you are in the priority circle, just expect the link tomorrow. Make sure you read through the terms and conditions prior to registering, and just to make sure you guys are covered. What else? I am offering, again, a discounted rate for you guys and for the first 8 people that book. There's payment plans. There's a payment plan available as well. What else? Yeah, just make sure you read through the terms and conditions, just to make sure you guys we're all on the same page. And it's nothing crazy, it's just, making sure we're on the same page, like things like there's a community agreement there, things like being respectful of other people, making sure you don't touch nobody without their consent, like things like that is on that terms and conditions. There's the cancellation policy in there, to make sure you protect yourself, protect the trip. Yes, oh my god, TT, would love to have you. I love everything you input in here. This does, for sure. Yeah, and if anybody is in the New York area, there is a bus. There's a bus that takes you upstate if you don't have like a car for whatever reason. There's a bus that takes you straight into the town, and then I believe there's like the Uber was probably like $20 or something like that, and the bus itself is like, I think he said $40 or like something like that. So if you're like in any of the like New York tri-state area, like there is a way you can get up there, without, but if you do decide to fly in, the closest airport, I will have that information, but I believe the closest airport is Westchester County Airport if you decide to fly in from there. But I am trying to work around some sort of like, if I can manage, not making promises on that, but I'm trying to work around seeing if I can get people to be picked up from the bus stop if you are doing the bus. So just things that we will constantly be in communication about. So yeah. Hey Ocean, how about can you send me a DM, Ocean, because I'm going to be sending out a link and to the people that are in the priority list which closes tonight. I'm gonna send it out tomorrow, and you're gonna have all of the information in a link. Because it's private right now, because the people in the priority circle will receive the first access to it, because it's a limited spots available. It's just the capacity is 20 people. So that's what I'm working around. So I'm making it intimate on purpose. So if you just DM me now, I can send that to you tomorrow. But yeah, my loves, I am going to, if anybody has no more questions. Oh, okay, yes. So rooms are shared. They are shared, 2 people per room. That is the structure. If for any reason you want to not share a room, we will have to talk about it separately. But we're gonna talk about like accommodations and room accommodations, and I will try to pair people up with like who I believe is like a good fit. You know what I mean? Obviously no man and woman, you know, in one room. But yeah. Yep. Tito, that face, I'm so dead. But yeah, so there's gonna be more pictures. That link will have more pictures, which will show some of the room accommodations as well. And yeah, just be prepared, like for it to be just like sort of like a communal experience, you know. But like elevated, you know. Okay, my loves, I'm going to get to bed. I have to wake up really early tomorrow. I honestly, Tito, think that at one of my retreats, some people are gonna find the love of their life. I think that would be amazing if that would happen. Actually, I would love that to happen, you know. But no funny business at the retreat. You gotta keep that outside. You gotta wait till the end. No funny business. We don't want to make anybody uncomfortable, but I think I think that will, no hanky panky, but I think I feel like that would happen. I feel like I see that happening already, especially when we do like Feed Your Spirit Morocco, like when we go and we take it around the world and shit. It's gonna be like romantic. Things are gonna get spicy. No. Oh my god. This is your host, by the way. This is your host, by the way. Be prepared. It gets silly, guys. We're gonna get silly. It's not gonna always be kumbaya. We're gonna get a little silly sometimes. So the Love Island Part 2. I'm fucking crying. Yo, that would be so funny. Feed Your Spirit, the reality show. And it's like this like spiritual retreat and shit, and it's like everybody's like also trying to find love. That would be crazy. Let's not give these producers any ideas, guys. Gonna take the magic out of it. Take the sacredness out of it. No. Yo, freaking dead. Feed Your Spirit Jamaica. It would be hosted in DR, yeah. Hey, come here. You bad. Stop. Stop it. Yo, that would be crazy. I don't think I would do that, guys. Because I just feel like if that was to ever even come into my orbit, that would like really take away like the realness out of it. Like the sacred, like real spiritual work. Like we ain't gonna be able to do that with no cameras on. Come on now. That sounds insane already. Like absolutely not, yo. Astral herbal. No, what is that? What is that? Sounds like something I will ingest that will take me to another realm. No. Oh my god, yes, blue lotus flower. Oh, astral herbal. Got you. That's the name of the. Oh yes, blue lotus flower. Oh, that's a great idea. I've definitely taken blue lotus flower before. We could definitely do that. I could definitely have that. I'll look into it. Is this in New York? Astral herbal. Let me write that down. I like that. Excuse me. Okay, I'm going to. Thanks, girl. I'm gonna look it up because I do love the idea of having like, not necessarily like weed, marijuana. Like, I don't think we should have that on the retreat. But I'm not opposed to having like blue lotus or anything like blue lotus with like some lemon balm or something pre-roll. Like that's pretty good in my book. Like we can do that. We can maybe have some people can have some before we do like the sound bath, the evening sound bath. You know, so it can like induce dream state. Yes, Damiana. I've heard of it. Blue Lotus and Damiana. Yeah, that sounds about right. I'm gonna look into it. Thank you. Okay, Daisha. Thank you. Okay, so you guys, whoever has not DM'd me and is interested, DM me by tonight. And I will send you the link. You will be put on the list, but the list closes tonight. And yeah, we will meet back here next Thursday, okay? Love you guys. You guys have a really good night, okay? And a great weekend. Thank you, Bree. Okay, I love you guys. Have a good night.